Hey everyone, I want everyone to know that I did it. I finished. I thought I was gonna die. Did not die. Many times throughout this race, and before the race, I thought I was not gonna do it. Like not finish, just not go. I thought it last night when I was like, shit, I have to do a triathlon tomorrow. I thought it last night at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock when I couldn't sleep because I was really nervous. I thought it at 4 o'clock when the alarm went off. I thought it when I couldn't get the bike into the car at first and couldn't figure out how to put the seats flat. I thought it when I had left and I was like, oh, I don't have Gatorade, I don't have my hat, I might as well go home. Thought it when I got there and everyone was so much thinner and more fit than I was. I thought it when I dipped my toe into the water and I was like, no, that's cold. I thought it when I put my whole body in the water and I wanted to go home like right then and there. Um, I almost quit a few times in the water. I almost quit on the bike. I almost quit just walking. And things I kept telling myself were, and not like Finding Nemo, but just keep swimming. Just keep pedaling and just keep walking. And 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot every time my foot hit the ground. Um, I cried a lot during the triathlon. Not during the swim so much. I thought I might drown. But I got on the bike, and at the first big hill, I was like, no, like I can't do this, and I started crying, and I was like, no, I'm gonna do this, and I didn't bike up that hill. I did get off my bike, and I walked up that hill, and I was like, okay, you're gonna get to the top of the hill, and you're gonna get on your bike, and I did, and I kept riding, and I finished, and every biker passed me. I was the last biker to come in. I was one of the last people out of the water. The only people that were out after me were the little old ladies who started a good 30 minutes after I did, and there was really only a handful of them. And I was the very last person to cross the finish line. But I did, and I didn't think I would. And I know a lot of people, including a lot of my friends, didn't think I was going to do it. Somebody's texting me. Um, but I did. Um, and everyone there at the triathlon, including the other athletes and the volunteers and the organizers, were so supportive. I think people could tell I was nervous and I was freaking out, and people were just like, "You're gonna be okay. Like it's okay. Like people are here to help you and they're here to support you." And they did. People in the water were just like, "You can do it. You're almost there. The next buoy is right there." Um, Same thing when I was on the bike and I didn't think I was gonna make it. And when I finally got to the corners where they direct you, they wave their flag like you can do it. You're doing so great. You're so close, even though it was the first corner. But it was helpful. A few times I was like, where is the end? Ah! But I found it. And I made it, and I was the last biker. And I know this because they say last biker, pack up the cones into their little radios. So yeah, so I was the last biker. Um, and I knew I was the last to finish because they announced it when I crossed the finish line. And as I was running on the trail, it was like a loop. So people, not a loop. No, we go and then you just turn around. And so people were coming back as I was going, and I was only doing the sprint. Other people were doing the twice as long one, the Olympic. And people were so nice. Like, you're so close. You can do it. You can do it. And they've been like doing it for twice as long as I have, or not twice as long, but twice as far. Everyone was just so great. And then when I crossed that finish line, it was like I started crying when I saw it. And that was the first time I ran. I jogged, but I was like, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish it strong. And everyone was so great. And they were just cheering for me, and I didn't know anybody there. And so nice and so supportive. And just lost it. And it was such an amazing experience. I didn't want to just like write about it. I didn't think it was gonna give it justice. It was like the best experience of my life, even though I thought I was gonna die a few times and thought I couldn't do it. But just kept going, and I was telling myself like I cannot let this race speed me. This is 4 hours of my life. I can finish this, and I'm gonna finish this, and I did. In just under 4 hours. I didn't check my actual time, but I started at 7:30 and I finished just before 11:30. So just under 4 hours. Um, it was just so amazing, and I can't wait to do it again.